I, Barack Hussein Obama, do solemnly swear to preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States.
So help you God?
So help me God.
Congratulations, Mr. President.
The inauguration of the 44th President of the United States, the first black president, he is Barack Obama.
The eyes of the world were on Washington today as Barack Obama takes his place in history.
People from across the country and around the world waited long hours to witness Barack Obama step into history.
Hundreds of thousands crammed into the nation's capital, packing subway cars and filling the National Mall from the Capitol to the Washington Monument.
Swine flu breeds in pigs, spreads then from person to person. It's infected 8 people in this country, 1,000 people in Mexico.
Health officials suspect they may have a new strain of swine flu on their hands in California and Texas.
The Department of Health and Human Services will declare today a public health emergency.
Swine flu has crossed the Atlantic with cases confirmed in the UK and Spain.
The World Health Organization says the world is now closer to an influenza pandemic than at any time in the last 40 years.
Are we doing too much? Are we overhyping this? Meaning all of us, the media and the government.
Yes, they are. It's overblown, grossly so.
Swine flu has America on edge on a lot of different levels. But you know, folks, there is absolutely no reason to be too upset.
Pigs didn't start the swine flu. Blame the laboratory for this awful story. Pigs didn't start the swine flu. No, we've been betrayed. The strain appears man-made.
We are going through the worst economic crisis since the Great Depression. I'm absolutely confident that we can solve this problem. But it's going to require us to take some significant, important steps.
Technically, the United States is already bankrupt because they have a debt of over $55 trillion.
China said this week, and this is a quote, "We hate you. We hate you. You spend $1 and $2 trillion. What choice do we have? You are devaluing your dollar."
From a technical perspective, the recession is very likely over at this point.
That bother anybody else?
We have talked and talked and talked about fixing health care for decades, and we have finally reached a point where inaction is no longer an option.
The last thing you want to do in the worst recession in the last 25 years is raise taxes on virtually every small business in America with their government takeover of health care.
But it seems like this bill is allowing people more control over their lives, and that your reading of it is hyperbolic and in some cases dangerous.
Government-run health care that would disrupt our current system and force millions of Americans who currently enjoy their employer-based coverage into a new health care plan run by government bureaucrats. That's a bald-faced lie, Senator, and you're a bald-faced liar.
Finally realizing the dream of socialized medicine in America, like we've all been pining for a Cuban healthcare system.
If we could put a man on the moon 40 years ago, why can't we give health care to more than 40 million Americans this year?
Bingo.
Shocking news from Los Angeles tonight. NBC News has confirmed pop superstar
Michael Jackson has died.
The world has lost a major talent.
Man who dominated the pop music scene throughout the 1980s and beyond.
You'll find literally thousands of people coming here now, walking around this massive medical center to come where Michael Jackson has died.
My favorite comment on Michael Jackson comes from Sheryl Crow, who said, "He was perhaps the greatest performer of my lifetime. He created something that no one had ever done before. It's like discovering a vaccine for polio."
An unfathomable tragedy here today.
A dozen killed, dozens more shot and injured. The gunman, an Army officer.
Major Malik Nadal Hassan.
The rampage began at 1:30 in the afternoon.
At a soldier readiness processing center.
12 people died and 31 were wounded. We just learned in the last couple of hours the alleged gunman, 39-year-old Army Major Nadal Malik Hassan, is alive.
It's difficult enough when we lose these brave Americans in battles overseas. It is horrifying that they should come under fire at an Army base on American soil.
Hassan, not married, no children, according to the Center for Traumatic Stress, had an MD and a master's of public health.
How far out of touch with reality and reason do you have to go to actually pick up a weapon and kill your friends?
Let's forget PTSD then, because he's not been in a combat zone yet.
Maybe the fact that is that you're a JAG officer and you have no idea what it's like to be in combat.
I spent a year in Iraq, ma'am. Have you ever been to Iraq?
I'm a POW.
I would be remiss if I did not acknowledge the considerable controversy that your generous decision has generated.
The Nobel Committee is making a big mistake, personally. I think it's very premature.
I think it's extremely well-deserved.
On Friday, President Obama was named the winner of the Nobel Prize for Peace.
The president was then awarded an Oscar for returning a DVD to Netflix.
Within a few months, he has really redefined the foreign policy of the #1 world power.
I won it for not being George Bush.
Ironically, his biggest accomplishment as president so far, winning the Nobel Peace Prize.
Breaking news, Tiger Woods reportedly in an accident and in serious condition.
Tiger Woods' injuries were serious.
Next to injuries on this, it says serious.
His wife came out of the house when she heard the accident of him hitting the fire hydrant.
Used a golf club to smash out the back window and help her husband get out of the car.
He was admitted, treated, and released today in good condition.
Here's the real story, folks.
Earlier today, I had an unfortunate incident with my golf clubs. I was putting them away in the closet, and one of them dropped on top of me.
Oh, the whole thing's getting messier. There's another woman, a 24-year-old cocktail waitress from L.A.
Can you please take your name off your phone? My wife went through my phone and maybe calling you.
Big-time athletes cheat on their wives and girlfriends. So where is the surprise in this story?
I have let my family down, and I regret those transgressions with all of my heart.
If you wanna make the world a better